All right. Please let's mute our mic if we know there's background noise area, please. String format. So let me give you an example of string format real quick. Let's say we have this age equals 90. We have name equals I can say print my name is. So ideally, this is how you're going to do it, right? My name is name. Then you're going to put a comma here. Then, and I am. So I can do this, right? That's what I just did. I am age years old. So observe something. This single quote can work within the double quotes. That's fine. Don't forget. But a single quote cannot work within single quotes. We cannot wrap a single quote in a single quote, but we can wrap a single quote in a double quote. So let me run this real quick. That's what we have.
Not everyone gets them. It's made a yellow DT anyways.
Let's mute our mics, please.
Okay.
Let's mute our mics, please.
Out of park, yeah.
It's taking a while to load. Okay, you can see it now. My name is Femi and I'm 90 years old. So this works fine. So we can use what we call the format method to insert numbers into string. And we have what we call the string format. So then we have the string format and the F format. We have the string format and it's taking a while, I don't know. And the F format. Okay, so let me just show you the F format real quick. I can do this. I can say print. So observe something. I'm going to write F here. So I can say my name is name. My name is name. And age, years old. So can you see this, guys? On line 10, can you see line 10? So what is the difference between line 10 and line 6? Line 10 here, we have this F format. So whenever you have this F, you are telling it format it. So I'll put the variables in curly braces. So what it will do is, it will just give my name is, it will give me the value of this variable. It will give me the value of this variable. Let's run this and see what we have. Can you see it now?
My name is Femi. I am 90 years old.
So we can do that using the, what's it called? The F format.
Mm.
Is this clear, please?
Yes.
Okay. That's fine. So let me show you for the string format. Let's say we have things like quantity equals 5. We have order number equals order number, let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Order number, let's say we have price as, let's say 30,000.
Hello.
I can say customer order equals I want this IECS of order number 4. So if I can do this, you can see this text. Customer order, I want just empty parentheses, piece of order number. So these are 3, 1, 2, 3, right? So I can say print what? Customer order dot format. So I'm going to format them by putting quantity, comma, order number, comma, and price. I see line 16. So let me comment this and comment this. Let's run this and see what we have. Can I see the output here? I want 5 pieces of order number 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 for this. Do you understand?
Yes.
So this one is called the string format. This one is called the F format.
So okay, you need this from this 12 to 16 is the string format.
Yes, using when you first place the, of course, I can write this line 15. I can just put this text in the print, but this is a better way to do it. So
In the string format.
This is a string format, and you can use the F format. The F format is on line 10, whereby you put the F before the string, then you wrap your variable object in curly braces. But for the format method, that's a string format method, you put the empty curly braces. So depending on the number of depending on the number of variables you have, you just put them in their respective locations. So one thing I want to show you is this. We can do this. I'll do this dot 2f. Let's see what we have here. If you do this, let's see if I run this again. Okay, this is an int attribute, so it should be like this. Yes. This is the right syntax. So you can see it now. So what do? We are converting this to 2 decimal place. If you want to represent your stuff as 2 decimal place, you can see it like this. So please just look at the last output so that those you won't get confused. The last output will give you what you're looking for. Do you see it now? So using this to give you 2 decimal places. Many times you might need to convert something to 2 decimal places or work and tell you convert to 2 decimal places. So you can just do it this way. Does this make sense, please? Does this make sense?
It doesn't make sense. Line 15.
Okay, see line 15. We have a variable object called customer order. And what we are saying is so take this as dash. You know when you are doing German questions, when you say fill in the spaces, German questions. So take that as German questions. So I want dash pieces of order number, dash for Naira sign, dash. So these dashes, of course, there are no dashes, they are curly braces, right? We are going to store, what we are doing is we are going to store the variables into it. I could have put order number here, but it will make sense because I want quantity to be here. So what we did here on this place, we are putting the curly braces here such that if I want to print out this order number, I can print out customer order dot format. So I am formatting customer order. Customer order is a string. And this string has some unusual things there in the form of the curly braces. So I am formatting those curly braces. And what I'm doing is I'm substituting these curly braces for these variables. So quantity will be put here, order number will be put here, then price will be put here. And what we did here is this. We are converting these to 2 decimal places, and that's why we have this syntax here. Do you get it now?
Oh, wow.
But like I said, you can use any of these 2 methods. It will work fine. Personally, I like to use the F format. Personally, that's this line 10.
So does it mean we can use F format for this quantity order and price?
Yes, you can. You can. So what you can just do this. You can say, in that case, I can just copy everything here, right? And come here and choose in the print. So, but don't forget, you have to put the F before the string. You understand? So I'll say quantity. Then I'll come here, say order number. Then in this place, I'm just gonna put what's it called? Price. Because it's the price I want. So let me clear the terminal so that it's not so. Let's just wait and see the output. So you can see it's the same output, but 2 different methods. So anyone you want to use, you can use for the string format. You can use the string format or the F format. Anyone is your choice.
If I want it in 2 decimal point, I'll put this dot 2x.
What did you say?
That's the if I want it like a like when you did what is this called?
Two
Price,
decimal
decimal
points. Yes,
point.
this is what you just need to do.
Yes.
But if you don't want it in two decimal
You
points,
write it.
if you want it alone, you just do it like this to come out the way it is.
Okay. If I want it in 3 decimal points, I'll put where that place there is 2, I'll put 3 instead. Anything irrespective.
It's not just anything, no. You can try it out anyways. So if you try 3, look at what 3 will give you.
Where is the output, sir? I can't see it.
Can you see it?
Yes, sir. Yes.
So it's not just anything. Usually you would work with 2 decimal places most times, usually. But if you want to convert it to more than 2 or 3, it's fine. We'll look at that later on. I want us to move to list real quick. So this, I just wanted to just cover this part in strings because it's quite important such that if you are seeing me work and I use the F format, you know what I'm talking about, right? So let's go to list. I'm just going to create a new file for
Wait,
this.
Please let me snap this time.
You don't have to snap it. You would have to record it now.
No, let me snap. I don't need to record it. This section. I'm taking my own.
Session 2 list. .py. Okay, have you snapped? I can just send you the file if you want, anyways.
I'm taking my own. I've snapped it.
Okay, that's fine.
I don't think I need to record it. I just.
So, what are lists? Now, I'll be taking list. Then, the next class, Idris will take sets and dictionaries. If he finishes them within time frame, fine. If not, maybe we'll continue in our next class or an assignment or something. So, list real quick. Now, we talked about strings being arrays, right? And list is also an array. Now, it's an array, and it's used to store different values or different elements in a single variable. So, it's an array that stores different elements. An array that stores different elements or values in a single variable. You know, if you are storing something in variable, you are storing just one thing, right? But with list, you can store multiple things. Do you understand? So that's the catch. You're not just storing one thing, you're storing multiple things. So let's give an example. How do you create a list? Very simple. You create a list using your variable name. Let's take, for instance, I like to use example fruits. Then you use the square bracket. Wherever it's in the square bracket, it means a list. So then you put the elements you want to create. So I'm going to put apple. I'm going to put orange. I'm going to put banana. Then I'm going to put cherry. Can you see this? So I'm storing many things in one variable. French fruits. So if I should run this code now, you will see what we have. Can you see the output now? So we are storing many things in one variable object. So a list is an array that stores different elements or values or items in a single variable object. Now, there are some characteristics of list that you need to understand. The first characteristic of this list is that they are ordered. They are ordered, meaning they have a particular order. So if you arrange this list in this order and you print out the value, it will come out in this order. It's not going to change. So they are ordered. Another important characteristics of a list is that they are mutable. Mutable means they can change. That means they can change their values. Unlike some particular data structures, such as sets, that they cannot change, and tuples. So lists, they can change. So we call them mutable. They are mutable. They are ordered. Now, a list also allows duplicate values. That means I can put orange here and still come here and put orange. Sorry, not here. Yeah, I can still put orange. And if you run this code, it will run and you see orange, you see orange. So how many times does orange appears here?
2.
2. Thank you very much. So you can see they allow duplicates. Now, just like strings, we said they are arrays. So I want to ask, I want to respond. If I want to get the value of banana, how do I do that? Use the knowledge from strings, because strings are also arrays. If I want to get the value for banana, if I want to get banana as my only output, how do I go about it?
So you do print fruits, square brackets,
Okay.
2.
2. Okay, thank you. Let's run this and see what we have if we have banana. Thank you. Banana is correct.
I don't know that is correct.
Did you just guess?
You said we should use the knowledge of string.
Of course. Now, why did I say I don't know if it's correct?
And indexing.
Of course, indexing. Thank you. So the knowledge you gained, you can see now you're applying it elsewhere. Transfer learning. Anyways, so you get it now. So indexing.
Did it work?
Yes, look at the output. You can't see the output here.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I
So
get
don't
this.
understand that
This was why you're complaining about the terminal, that you cannot. I see your points now. I don't know if I have to be clearing it every now and then. So can you see the output now? So banana is what? So if I do this, let me see. -2. Who can tell me what the output will be?
From the back.
Just
Cherry.
cherry. Thank you. Cherry. So you can see it now. Cherry. And that's correct. We don't need to run it, but that's correct. Now, it's important that you know that a list can take different data types. It doesn't have to be the same data type. So I can have here orange. I can just come here and put, let's say, float value 5.7. I can come here, put another, maybe come here, put an integer. I can say 87. Can you see this now? Now, if I want to put a Boolean value, how do I do that? If I want to put a Boolean value, how do I do that? We
True or
discussed.
false.
Thank you. True or false?
Is it correct?
Neki, I don't like how you're asking. You're giving answers and asking, is it correct?
No, because you said Boolean is true or false. And
So when I said it and you understand it by that, why are you still asking if it's correct or not? All right, so it's correct. So Boolean has one of two values, either true or false. So this is correct. So if I should print all of this now, you see it will work. Oh, sorry, we are printing out cherry, right? So I'm going to print out everything in fruit, so you can see we have everything. So you can see different data types. Apple, that's string, integer, Boolean, what's it called? String. So you can see it allows different data types. That's this thing with list. So if you check the data type, if you come here and put type, you would have lists as your output. Now, just as you have with casting, that you can convert one data type to the other, you can do that also with list. So I'm going to, should I introduce the second data type for you guys? So list, okay. let me just introduce tuples, all right, real quick. Now, I'm going to use a different data type now, tuples. So I'll just use the sum to kill two birds. So tuples, this is also an array that can take different elements of values in a single array. But the difference between a tuple and a list, there are quite a number of differences. This, you define a tuple with parentheses, right? So let me give an instance. Let me create a tuple here, parentheses, names. So let me put Susan. Yeah, let me put Ade, Shola. Yeah, let me put Esther. Yeah, let me put Neki. Then let me put Tomiwa. So if I print out names and I print out types of names, print type of names. So if I run this, you see that the first one is a list, the second one is a tuple. Can you see it here, guys?
Yes, but I mean, why do we now have two different types? Two types when it's doing almost the same thing or it's doing the same thing?
They are technically not doing the same thing. And thank God you said almost, because you're not doing the same thing. Now, let me show you something. 90, 67.9. Right, let me clear this. So I think I'll be clearing this anytime now. You guys can see it fresh. So can you see it now? So the tuple contains different data types also. Now, let's look at some, and you can see it's also ordered, right? Because the order with which we created them was
So
the same
what's
order
the
we
difference
created.
between list and tuple?
Yeah, so let's look
Boss,
at
abeg. So wetin dey differentiate am abeg?
just calm down.
What's the difference
We'll
between
get it.
tuples and list?
Yeah, just calm down. We'll get it now. So one important difference between the two of them is a tuple is immutable. Do you get that? Please, there is a background noise somewhere. Someone is there's a music playing. If you know you are the one, just mute yourself, please. You have a music
Who
playing.
the traditional party? Who the traditional party? Yeah?
Na Saturday chill, the person dey do. I don't understand though.
Olumide, that is you. And you couldn't mute yourself. That's not good. Because people will watch this, they'll watch this later on. Imagine them watching it and they're hearing those background music. It's not nice. So tuples are immutable, right? Unlike lists that they are mutable. So tuple, when you declare a tuple, you cannot change them. And you cannot index them.
You use the word now. What did this say? You use the word immutable.
Immutable. Let me write it out here.
What does it mean?
Good question. How many of you know X-Men?
I do, I know X-Men.
Thank you.
Men in the house will know. Me, I don't know
Ineka, do you
X-Men.
know the X-Men? Okay. Ineka, do you know Superman?
I know Superman.
You know
I know
Clint?
X-Men.
Superman,
My children are watching
100%.
it.
Your children watch X-Men, thank God. So you know X-Men, right?
No.
I've not
Yeah,
watched
I know
it.
X-Men, I know
So
Superman.
you
Which one you want mention?
you don't have
Mention?
to.
Their picture.
Okay, you know their pictures, right? Okay, thank you. Now, are they human beings or not?
Yes, they are.
They are human beings, right?
100.
but they also have superpowers.
100.
Ineka, do you remember Spider-Man?
Yes.
Spider-Man, Spider-Man.
Spider-Man.
Lily, Spider-Man.
Sagalilike, calm down.
Anyways, you get the.
We free you, we free you.
You have to free me. Sandalili, honestly. All right, so this is the card. This is the card. Now, Spider-Man is mutable. He's a mutant. All those X-Men, they call them mutants. And that's why all those governments want to capture them, because they are mutants. You understand? Now, mutant means they can change their form. They can change. So they can change from normal human being to those they are powerful human beings, they are superpower. So they are mutants. So because they are mutants, they are mutables.
Okay.
Makes sense?
Wow. Yeah.
So Spider-Man is mutable. Spider-Man falls under the category of least. He's a mutant. He can change.
Nothing was mutants, mutable. Okay.
You get it now?
Yeah.
But you are a tupu. You cannot change. You are immutable. You cannot change. You understand? If I ask you to fly now, maybe or fly from, you have to go and take an airplane to fly or take parachute. You understand? But if I say you come and jump or throw spider web, you cannot throw spider web. You cannot fly. You cannot become invisible. You know that woman, shadow cat, a shadow woman, she can enter through walls. You can enter through walls. No.
Shadow, yeah.
So they are mutants. So they are mutable. But for you and every other person, you are normal human beings. You are immutable. You are
immutable. Okay.
But normal human beings can still become mutants as well. Now.
Mutable, right?
Yes, least are mutable.
Right, mutable on top of list. No.
List, if you just remember X-Men.
They are mutable, tuples are immutable.
This question, you would come across it many times in interviews or stuff like that. Yeah. What differentiates list and tuples? They might not just bring it, they might not bring like that as straightforward. But
they might bring it in code form or what?
Not really code form, they might just ask you, mention data structures in Python. You tell them, okay, list, mention tuples, mention set, mention dictionary. They'll ask you, okay, so what is the main difference between a tuple and a list? Or what separates a list from a tuple? If you don't know what they're talking about, you just like, what separates them? What you be thinking, what separates them? That kind of thing.
Just tell them, tuple, not X-Men. List, X-Men.
the interviewer will say, what? What do you mean? You come back explain. You say X-Men, they are mutants. They can change their form.
I swear, with that said, we don't kill the interview. I swear.
You don't say, but you like this, you cannot change your form.
You like you and me. We are what? We are immutable.
We are tuples. So you get that now. So you are a tuple.
Yeah.
You understand?
I'm a tuple, no problem. I'm fine with that.
No problem. I understand very well.
Dictionaries are also X-Men. They are mutables. Sometimes you can change them. But set you cannot change them. So, but Idris will touch on set and dictionaries later on. So that's the main difference there. So because tuples are immutable, they don't have indexing.
Okay.
That means I cannot do this. Let me show you something. I can't come and do this. Names index 2. If I should do this, let's run this and see what we have. You have an error. But let me just show you. Where is itself? Okay, so you can index them like this, right? But let me show you something. You can index them like this. Let me see. But you can, this is what I want to show you. You can't change them. You can't change them. Let me do this. You can change the value of one of this. So index 1 is what? For fruit. Fruit index 1 is what?
87.
87.
Thank you. So let me do this. it is 7, right? So I'm going to do this now. Fruit index 1. I'm going to change the value to X-Men.
Now you're obsessed with this name.
So let's print fruit index 1 again. I just want to just show you that you can see that you can change, right? So I'll come here. So I'm going to use F format. You should know by now how it works, right? So when this meeting expires, just come online. Initial value of this index.
So when you write F, it means you want the integer. Is that what you mean?
Once I put the F, I want to create a variable inside the string. New value of this index. So you can see I'm creating a variable inside the string, which of course shouldn't work on a norm, but because of the F format, it's going to work. But of course, you're going to put it in a curly bracket.